Hello everybody, I'm back again. Just want to do a follow-up. It'll be a quick video. I told you what I was going to do with planting my beefsteak tomatoes and some cherry tomatoes. I'm going to show you that area down here at the other end of the garden. Also, I did some transplanting on some medicinal herbs and tea herbs. Also, I did some culinary herbs, transplanted some of those as well. So I'll show you those, and we'll get down there to the other side of the garden and I'll show you what I got going on. Okay, we're down here at the end of the garden. So you remember last video, I talked about putting the cherry tomatoes back here in this little cubby hole. But I've been watching my sunlight, and right now there's sun there. But I don't believe I'm gonna have enough sunlight for the tomatoes to do well. So I went ahead and changed my mind, and I moved the cherry tomatoes and beefsteaks over here to this side of the yard. Right now it's shaded, but I get a lot more sun here through the day. So I set up a trellis back here in the back, and I have the cherry tomatoes planted there. They'll run up the trellis. I've got 2 golden sweets there and 2 red cherries. And then I just planted 4 beefsteaks in front. I'm the only one in the family that eats the tomatoes, so that's more than I can possibly eat. So that's all I planted. But that's my little tomato patch. Basically, that's for me. Nobody else eats that stuff but me, so I got a lot of tomatoes to eat. That's it for that part. And I'll take you up to the house and I'll show you some of the herbs that I've planted and transplanted. Okay, here's some herbs that I've transplanted from the starter trays. They're still real small, of course, so I transplanted them so they'll grow, they'll get bigger. And I'll move those probably in about a month down to my herb garden. But that's the medicinal herbs and the tea, all the teas that I'm starting. But out here, I've already moved the culinary herbs, out here in pots. I got some parsley, sage, dill, oregano, and a big pot of basil. And then from last year, I still have herbs from last year that have come in. There's some dill here, and then some chives. So I've got herbs. All the medicinal herbs and the teas that I've started. I'm gonna move down here in this 4-foot bed section. And I've got a lot of other stuff coming in that I've seeded. I'm just waiting for it to come in. There's a lot of stuff coming up. I just don't know what it is yet. And then there's that little carrot patch. I'll have to pull that up pretty soon. But that's that. And the other day, I planted the beans, and I've already got a couple shoots coming up. I'll zoom down here and you'll see one. There's one bean coming up, so they're starting to break ground, which I'm kind of surprised because it's been cold here. Today it was in the 50s. During the days, it'll warm up maybe to 70 degrees, but it's still cool here. It's pretty crazy, the weather. And then everything else is growing good. I've got some radish I need to pull again. My wife and kids are eating the radish as quick as I can pull it. So that's fun. They're really enjoying the radish. So I'll pull some more radish here in a few minutes. But down here, my Anaheim chilies, a rabbit's been eating them. I jinxed myself. And it's the same spot. I've replanted right there in that bare spot 3 times already, Anaheim chilies. So I'm not gonna put anything else there. I put 2 Anaheim chilies in pots. I'm gonna let them get bigger, and maybe they'll leave them alone. Because the other plants are a lot bigger than my transplants, of course, because they've been in the ground. So I'm gonna let those mature up a little bit more. Maybe the rabbits will leave them alone. But anyway, that's gardening. Win some, lose some. This row of tomatoes here, the Tachis, they're doing great. No problems as of yet. Haven't had to replace any yet. But that's the garden today. I think it's the 22nd today, April 22nd, I think it is. That's the garden. The new spot over there on the other side of the yard. My tomato patch. And that's it for the video for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll do a follow-up in probably a week.